Get started here. Now, again, as last time, we are going to hold off on questions coming in. There is a chat sequence here that you can feel free to message us, and we can get back to you with any questions you might have. And also, if you do have some questions for follow-up, you can always email us or call our support department. We'd be more than happy to guide you through any questions you would have or anything you need. So with that, we're going to jump right into the program real quick. And I know that in our last webinar, we went over the layout of the program and some of the newer looks of version 4.0. Right now, we're looking at the program in the modern view. For those of you that have not used that yet, it is a little different, but the icon-driven interface is something that we've got a lot of requests for. But we're just going to go ahead and jump right into our revenue center right here in the top, so we can optimize all the leads and all the income coming in and making sure that we're making the most of it on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. One of the things that we did make strong efforts for in the last few development phases is really working on these specials that we offer for you as owners and managers to be able to customize things for your customers to gain more business, maintain a higher occupancy level, and also increase the longevity of the people that are staying with you, which is, of course, a very important thing. You want people to stay longer and also rent units from you as opposed to people down the street. But what we've done with our specials modules, we've given you the power to have the freedom to create whatever specials you'd like. Now, when you click on the specials, set of specials and discount button, it does take you to this page here, which would allow you to see what is currently created as specials. Now, these are a couple that I've just gone ahead and created, and we'll go through these in a few minutes. But you can see that you can name them whatever you'd like so that you can be reminded of what this special might consist of, and also if it's available currently, and also if it's even active. We'll go over the different settings of those real quickly here. But we're just going to go ahead and start off by creating a new special. And it's something that we did go through briefly last time, but we want to go ahead and walk you through that process. So once you're on this page, we're going to go ahead and have you click the New button, which is going to open up our specials wizard. And as we saw last time, we do have an awesome little guy that hangs out with us. We like to call him Merlin. For those of you that didn't notice, if you do take a few minutes while you're setting up this special, Merlin will quietly fall asleep and begin to snore, which is a funny thing that we've added in there for you guys. But just a little motivation to get it done quicker. Either way, you are looking at the specials wizard here, which allows you to create a number of options. Now, we've put in here 6 default types of specials. And each one of these boxes is a variable that you can change. These up here would be ones that you can put in a dollar amount. You have boxes here with a percentage. And as you roll over each box, it will guide you as to what the options are for that particular input. So you see here that it says you can put in a dollar sign for a fixed amount or put in a percentage for a percentage discount. So either way that you would like to offer this discount for your customers, you can create a special that's perfectly tailored to your needs at your facility. So we're just going to go ahead and create a couple specials. I'm going to walk you through some of the process. It's going to be very easy for you to be able to do this on your own. But again, if you have any questions afterwards, we'd love to talk with you about it and make sure that it is working to its fullest potential for you. So we're going to start off, and I'm just going to go ahead and select this third special here, which is going to give the customer a discount for a number of months that they're going to rent from us. Now, this is not going to be an upfront discount, but this is going to be a discount that they're going to get for a length of time. So in this particular case that we have set, I'm going to give this person a 15% discount on their first 3 months of stay. So we've made those adjustments. We're going to go ahead and click Next. It's going to take us to our next bar here along the status. Now, it's at this point that you can rename this special whatever you'd like, but it's just going to go ahead and default it to just a simple description as we saw on the previous page. and it's going to input the numbers that you had placed in there just to help you with the description for future memory. Now at this time you can set the date, the start date for this special. If you want this to kick in today, you can just go ahead and click today. But if you'd like this special to kick in advance, let's just say you want to go ahead and set up a number of specials that are going to be for your springtime student rush or whatever, different times of year you'd like to offer specials, you can set these at any given time in the future for them to become active. But for our purposes, we're just going to go ahead and have it start today. And in the same way, you can set an end date. So if you want to have a special that will only last for a certain period of time, have it be 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months, you can set that up. Or like we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and select it to have no end date so that this special will run indefinitely until we take it off of the program. Now right below that you'll see a section where you can add a coupon code. Now we are going to go over this real briefly in a few minutes and how this can be used in tying in with the online payment center in our e-commerce. But if you want to have this be tied into a coupon code that you're going to place on advertisements, whether they're mailers or something that you put online or send out via email, you can put a coupon code in here. We'll do QuikStor self-storage 15-3, and that will be what this coupon code will be for this particular special. And we're going to go ahead and check this box. It's going to give us a couple more options on the next page. Now you don't have to do this, but what it will do is I'll show you here is it's going to give you just a couple more things that you can add in. If you want to have the special apply to certain days of the week, you can set those here. Also, if you want to include a free prorate, a free setup discount, you can add insurance to the special so that it automatically adds in. And you can also include inventory items for your customers for a dollar amount that you can place in from here. So you can put in, sell them a lock for $3, sell them a lock for $1, give them a bubble wrap for 50 cents, whatever it might be, but at your discretion. Now once you're done with this third step, we'll go ahead and click next, and it's going to take us to our summary page. You'll see that it's going to give us the title just for verification, when the start date is. It does not expire. It will list our coupon code and when we have this special available as far as the days of the week. Now we're going to go ahead and click finish. We're going to wake up Merlin so you can give us a nice round of applause. And then you'll see that we've created that last special there. Now you can see that it is both active and available, but we haven't assigned it to any units yet, which is what we're going to do next. So we're going to go ahead and select to assign unit types to this special. And this is going to bring up our list of different unit types. Now your list of unit types may be more, may be less, but the principle is going to remain the same in that you're going to be able to select the unit types that you want to apply this special to and simply assign the special or remove it. So we're going to go ahead and assign this special that we have. Click yes. And just like that, we've assigned that 15% discount for 3 months to those 2 particular sizes, and we're done. So we can close out of our specials and discount, and we can jump back into our program. Now if we roll over a vacant unit, we see down here, we can see that we have specials available over here on the right-hand side. And it's going to give us the list of the specials that are available. Now this just happens to be one that I didn't select for the special I just created, but there are a couple specials that are available that I created previously. So you can see that they will appear there, and you can use those real easily. And I'll just go ahead and do a real quick sample move in. Or actually, I'll just jump over here to this page so you can see what it looks like. But the specials will appear here, and all the manager or owner has to do to activate the special is simply click on it, and it's going to calculate that special. So you see you're paying for 4 months, and you get the next 2 months free, which is the name of this special. So they're going to pay for 4 months in advance at $104. And then you can see their paid 2 days is actually 6 months in advance from now, which is where that 2 months free come in. So that being said, you can see how that works. It's very easy to follow. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that out and not move that person in just because I only have a few vacant units to work with here. But jumping back into the Revenue Optimization Center, we have created some other specials as I showed you before, but I also want to create a couple different ones just because there are many options and ways that you can offer specials. The reason why we gave you so many options is because we understand that as customers come in, that there are various motivations behind them renting a unit with you. They may be looking for the cheapest unit. They may be looking for a particular size unit. But one thing that is certain is you need to figure out what is going to gain their business and also keep them as a customer. One thing that is popular amongst towns that may be in college locations is that you would offer let's just say a college student to stay for a certain amount of months and then receive a discount on the last few months after that point. And so it's a discount that's backloaded, if you will, and it's taken off the last few months, and so they have to fulfill that that agreement beforehand. But it works out great because they end up wanting to save money at the end when they might not need the unit as much. And this special right above that would also apply for the same situation. Let's just say you want to have a student come in and rent for 6 months from you, and then they're going to get a discount on the last few months after that, which you can set up right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll have someone pay for 6 months in advance, and then after that they're going to get a discount on the remaining months. And we're going to give them a pretty heavy discount here. We're going to give them a 40% discount for the 2 months after that if they pay for that 6 months in advance. And we'll go ahead and select Next. Now this particular special, I'm going to have this kick in at the first of the year. So this is going to be my 2011 special. So I'm going to start it in January. And let's just say that I only want to run this special for a couple months because that 40% discount does kick in pretty heavy, especially since I know that my summertime is likely going to be busier and I might not need to offer this special. So we're going to go ahead and have this special end on February 28th. I'm not going to put in a coupon code. I'm not going to add anything else to this special, so I'm just going to go ahead and click Finish and wrap it up right there. We'll go ahead and complete that, get the nice clap from Merlin, and there we go. Now what we need to do is we still need to assign the unit types to the special, or rather that special to the unit types. Now in this particular case, I'm just going to go ahead and set to select all unit types, and so that will apply to all of them. And again, this is only going to be for a couple months since I've set it up that way. So I've selected all my unit types. I'm going to click Assign Special. The program is going to confirm that I want to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and click Yes. And just like that, I've assigned all those specials. So now once you've created your specials and you've gone through and you've set the ones that you'd like to offer and you've selected the unit types that you'd like to offer the specials on, you can go in and you can check and see, you can see here at a glance what unit types have specials and what unit types also have price levels attached to them, which we're going to go over here in just a minute. But you can just simply go through and select your unit types and see which specials are currently applied to them. So you can see as we click down through here, all these specials are available. Very easy to evaluate this. Now over here on the left, we did give you some options to view this, so you can click on the specific special and see the unit types that are available, and also for the same thing for the price levels. You can see which units have these specific price levels attached to them. Before we jump into the reports, I do want to jump back over to show you how to set up price levels. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with what price levels are and what they can do for you, basically a price level is a special that is activated based on your current occupancy level. So you can set these up to kick in once vacancy reaches a certain point, whether it's a low point or a high point, and then you can set up either a special to be activated with that, or if you just want a set discount or a set increase, you can have that set to go in place. But the bottom line is that the program, QuikStor Express, will put these things into action for you automatically, so that you're not having to go in, adjust, and keep track of when your occupancy dips below 60%, so that this special you can go and turn it on. But when the program sees that vacancy is hit that 40% mark, it will automatically apply the 25% discount to the units you have selected. So it's a very useful tool in letting the program manage your facility for you, and just making sure that you're being competitive with your rates and staying on top of getting those units rented up so that they're making some money as opposed to no money. Now, I went ahead and named these specials something that was very descriptive so you can see what they are without having to pull them up. But we're going to go ahead and create a new special here, a new price level, so you can see what this process looks like. Now, if you've used this before in previous versions of Express, this screen probably does look familiar, but we have made this process a lot easier than it was in the past, and we think that this is going to really change the way our customers have done business, and we're excited about that for you guys. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a price level that is going to be a fixed dollar discount based on a certain vacancy level. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and reduce the dollar amount of rent by $15 when vacancy is more than 20% of total units. Now, it's referring to total units in a particular size, so it's not of all your units, but I'll show you where you actually select what unit types are applied here. So one thing, as I did before, is I showed you where naming these does come in handy. We're going to go ahead and just type out that this is going to be a $15. Oops. And just like that, we're going to go ahead and click OK, and it's going to create that price level. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and assign that price level to the different unit types. Okay? So we want that price level to apply to all of our unit types, so that anytime any of these units dip below that 20% vacancy, to where they are, where you have less than 80% occupancy there, it's going to automatically reduce the rate of those units by $15. So we're going to go ahead and select that, and we're going to click Assign Selected Price Level to Marked Units. It's going to confirm, and that's it. We're done. So we're going to go ahead and close this. And I've already applied some of these price levels to units, which is why I want to quickly jump over to the optimization section so you can see these in action here. But again, we're going to go ahead, we're just going to select by price level so you can see where all these kick in. Now my $15 discount when 20% vacant, as you can see here, is applied to all my specials. My $30 discount when more than 5 units are vacant. Now this is a particular one that I only wanted to apply to my large outdoor parking. And the beauty of being able to select the specific unit types is that you can differentiate between different size units, and so you can offer different price levels for different units that have different types of tenants renting them. Obviously, your college students are not going to come and rent really large spaces from you, so there's no need to give those same type of discounts, but rather you can tailor something specific to those type of tenants that you have. Now, one thing that is different about this particular price level that I created, as you can see, it shows a 10% increase when only 2 units are left. Now, I did apply this to all of my unit types, but what this does if you have a particular size unit that is a hot item and is always being rented out to full capacity, then you want to just see if you can get a little more on those last few units. And so you can, of course, customize this to whatever numbers you'd like and have it be a greater increase or a less increase for a higher number of units or a lesser number of units. But the bottom line is that when you get down to just 2 units left, like I have here, it's going to increase the price of the rent of that unit just by 10%, so that you're going to be maximizing the amount of income on that high demand item. And very similar here as we've shown before, just a very simple discount, 20% off when more than 40% vacant applied to these units, and then 50% off when you get to 40% vacant. Now, these price levels can be very useful with a facility that is already well underway in its operation time, but it can also be very useful for a new facility that, as they starting off with a lot less occupancy, you can gradually increase the price of units as your occupancy increases, so that you can set it and forget it and not really have to be constantly doing rent raises. As long as your occupancy keeps going up, it's going to keep increasing the rates. And you can set them up to increase the rates for every unit that's rented, every couple percentage points of vacancy that is taken off. Bottom line is you can customize it yourself. The last section here that I wanted to go over in the Revenue Optimization Center does have to do with the reports that are available. Now you can, we have a list here of 6 reports that are just located right here in the Optimization Center, but you can also access these reports from the report section of the program, as you see up here on top. Just to run through these reports, they're pretty self-explanatory, but just so you can see them. Now, this is going to give you a list of all the specials available, and it's going to break them down by page and what units actually apply, or rather what these specials, what units the specials apply to, and it's going to list those units out. Okay, so this particular special, the 15% discount for 3 months, shows that it's available as of today with no expiration, and these are the units that it applies to. If we continue to scroll down, we'll see our next special, pay for 6 months and receive a 40% discount for 2 months. Now, this special is not currently available because I have it set to kick in January 1st. But you would see all the units that this special would apply to were these units to be rented today. So as you scroll down, it's going to have a page break for each new special, so you can see all the units that apply to it and when those specials are available from with the expiration. Now you'll notice this column here that does show our e-commerce, and I'll go back and I'll show you where you can actually apply that. But if you had this set up to be available online with the Online Payment Center, it would show up here as well so that you can see that portion of the report. But again, this report is just going to break it down for each special type and the units that are available. Now this next report, the specials that are available today, so these would only be specials that are currently active and currently available as of the date that you run this report. So as you can see here, that first special that we already saw is currently available. Now the one that was in there before that said it was not available, you can see it already skipped, and we've already gone to the third special here, and we can see that it is currently available. Very similar to the first report, except it only shows things that are actively available as of right now. So useful report for you to have. Now we have a report for all price levels, and again, very similar to the specials report, it's going to break it down by the price level listed up on the top, and then it's going to give you the units that it applies to. This particular one I only applied to the larger units, and pretty self-explanatory here. Just listing the price level on top and what units apply to it. Price levels that are currently effective. Sorry about that. Go ahead and let this run. We'll come right back to that one. Move-in specials. So you've now been running these specials for a couple days now, and you want to find out, or rather a couple months, and you want to find out what has been the most effective special that has gotten you move-ins. So we're going to run this report for a date range. Let's say we're just going to run this through today. And it's going to give us a list of the specials that have generated a move-in. And so right here, again, in the same format, it's going to list the special up on top and then have a page break before the next special. But you can see that this particular special generated one move-in. One person took advantage of it. It'll give you the unit number that they rented, the name of the customer, when they moved in, what the scheduled rent was, and what they paid. And that would be total, okay? And then obviously if they had already moved out, it would be listed there. And in the same format, we're just going to go through and it's going to show the special and what unit actually did rent because of it. So this report is important because it'll tell you which specials are working, and so you can evaluate and make sure that the specials that you're running are generating move-ins, which is what this all comes down to. And you can also see which specials are working better than others and fine-tweak them and offer them at different times. But the bottom line is it gives you useful feedback for your managers and for owners alike to make sure they're maximizing the specials that they have. Lastly, we have a list of all specials. Now this differs from the first one, that it's just going to list all the specials that are that you have saved. It's going to give a description of them, what days of the week they are set to apply, the start date of them, if they have an expiration date, and if there's a coupon code associated with them, and then it gives the status listed here. So real simple breakdown there. And that's the reporting section of the Optimization Center. Now one thing I do want to go ahead and show you real quickly that I just left out there is how this applies to the online payment center for your customers. We have a couple options for you here. One, you can certainly just offer a special online. It can apply to a number of units or just one. But one thing that we did put in the program is that you can only have one special apply online and have the customers see it. The reason why we did that is because you don't want a customer to be confused about which one they should pick, and you want to just have that conversation with them over the phone and in person. Now one thing we did put in, as I mentioned before, is the feature of the coupon code. Now if you had entered in a coupon code into a special and you ran that in some type of advertisement, I'll go ahead and pull up a sample of our e-commerce. Now you can see here there are no specials listed for these particular units. But if I were to select a unit and put in my information, down at the bottom here we do have a section for a coupon code. Now regardless of the fact that there is not a particular special assigned to this unit, you can put in a coupon code for whatever that special that you created, or the customer can put in the coupon code, and that special will apply to them. Now this is very useful because you can then run coupon codes and specials and other advertisements that you have, not worry about linking them to your website, but customers can input that in and get that special right here online and not have to be confused about which special they should pick, and then just go ahead and move through the process of moving in and enjoy the benefits of that special. So jumping back here to the program, I want to show you where you can set that up. Now I've already shown you where you put in the coupon code, But let's just say you want to apply a $34.95 move-in with a free prorate to some of your units online. Just say we want to apply it to these units here. We're going to go ahead and check this box, and that's it. Just like that, we're done. So we've applied that special to the online payment center, and those units that would apply and fit into that special availability, they will come up on the website, on your website, as showing a $34.95 move-in or whatever special you have assigned to it, of course, and they can enjoy the benefit of that special and pay their rent or reserve their unit right there online with you. So that is the newest features of the Revenue Optimization Center. And like we had talked about before, we certainly encourage you to email us questions and contact our support department with any questions or problems that you might have. But we just encourage you to spend a few minutes to go through some of the specials and discounts, play with price levels, play with the reports, check out things that are in here, and see what works best for you. And we're really sure that with this new module that we've created a way for you to come up with something that is perfectly geared towards your customers and will give you the edge over your competition to make sure that you're maximizing everything in 2011. Again, we thank you so much for coming, and please feel free to email us with any questions. Have a great day today.